Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you could join me today. I'm going to do some coloring today. So I've created this cupcake for you. You can download it for free on my website and follow along. So I thought we'd turn this cupcake into a watermelon cupcake. So here's a reference photo. So we're going to do the top pink, bottom here green, and then we'll make some chocolate chips for the seeds. So I pulled out some markers that I thought we'd use. So I've got the G07, G05, YG05, and YG06. For my pinks, we have R85, R83, and R81. And then for chocolate chips, get a dark brown. I grabbed, let's see, E59 and E49. So I think we'll start with the frosting. So for the frosting, let's take our lightest color and map out some of these little lines that we want to accentuate here. So I'm just going to map out where I want my darkest areas. That way if I mess up I can go over it with a darker marker here. So for the frosting we're going to pull out some of these lines that I've created here. And then here, let's make this one go up a little bit. So it's a big swoop. Okay, now we're going to go with our darkest R85, and we can just go over those. So now we know where we want all of our darkness to be. Okay, we'll take out our R83 and go over that. So we'll start from the top here. I'm making my lines thicker now, bringing in more color. And pulling these lines down even further. So R81, so I am just going to fill in even more, coming up from the top here and going down. Okay, now we're going to go back and do a second coat. So let's take our R83 and go over what we just did there. I want to put some down here a little bit. And now we're going to close in the gaps. I'm going to leave a little bit of white space. So when I'm closing in these gaps, I'm leaving a tiny bit of a highlight. I'll close this gap just a little bit. See, it looks more dramatic when you leave a little bit of white space. We can go over it a third time just to make it really pop. So take out that dark color and just a little bit. Add just a little bit. Okay, R83. Okay, now R81 will just smooth that out. You don't have to go over the whole thing, just smooth it out in those areas. Okay, I think that looks good. And then we can add our little chocolate chips on there. But first let's work on the bottom. So I've got G07 as my darkest. So I'm just going to add the darkest in between these lines here. I want it to be darker on the top. So I'm just going in between all of these lines, staying on the right side more. Just pick a side. Oops. And then a little bit darker at the bottom here. And I'm going to take the G05 and just bring that color down, going right over the top and extending it down. And same with the bottom. And now I'll get my lighter colors, G06 and YG06 and YG05 are next. I'm going to leave a little space for the next color, YG05. I can bring this up as well. Now just go over the whole thing really with the YG05. You can leave a little bit of white space here and there for some highlighting. Now I'm going to work on closing this up right here at the bottom. And then at the top here, we can go ahead and fill this in, and then we'll work on some shadows underneath the frosting there. So we'll take the G07 and make it a little bit darker where I have those dots and underneath the frosting here. And we're just going to blend it out. G05. And then I'm going to take the YG06, work on blending these together. And then the YG05. Okay, now I'll go back with the YG05 and then just do little dots, bringing back some of that darkness under there. Okay, and I don't have a very, very, very good blend right here, so I'm going to fix that. Okay. Now we can take our darkest, which is the G07, and go back and darken up some of these areas here. So it really looks like those are indented in. And I will just blend that out again. G05, working my way down to my lighter colors. And my lightest YG05. Okay, so I want to do a little bit of darkness at the bottom here. So we'll do the G07 just to make the bottom a little bit shaded. Working our way from darkest to lightest. Okay. So now let's add our little chocolate chips. So you can do little round dots or maybe try to draw a chocolate chip or just a little square. That's what I'm going to do. A little messy little square. So we're going to have little watermelon seeds. That's what they're going to look like. So I'm going to try to do it so they don't look, I want to make them more random. That's what I'm trying to say here. But I keep doing them like in a row, it seems like. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take my E59 and just add a little bit of that color to the chocolate chips so they're not the same color. It gives it a little bit of variation there in color. Not much, depending on what color you choose. Let's see, does it need any more chocolate chips? Maybe one up here. I think that's good. Okay, so there is our little watermelon cupcake. Let me zoom you in. You can download this image for free on my website and practice your Copic coloring. You can print these out like I did. I printed 6 to a sheet, and I think it's a perfect size for your card, and just practice your different flavors. So I hope you guys have fun with this, and thank you for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel and hit that bell for notifications. That way when I upload a new video, you will get an email letting you know. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!